And when we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, the technical pause is over. It's going to be G2 on the T side. Plenty of utility coming into this. Movistar Riders, they got themselves a smoke, a defuse kit on low. Smoke, flash, nade in Steel's hands, and the rest of Kevlar.
The Molotov towards mid. Amonek's going to be leading the charge towards the scaffolding area, but he is the lurk. And Hunter, just running and gunning, no problem whatsoever. He finds low, no plus, trying to find a kill, but Kenny S, with some sweet movement, replies back. And with that, a bomb site taken over. Everyone dead, apart from Alex, left alone in a 1v4. The flashbang, so perfect, saving Hunter. And it's all on Alex. 1v4. He finds one, 3 more to go.
Alex trying his best to get back into the site. There's a player on his right side. 2 running in front of him. It's Kenny S with a headshot. G2 will find the pistol. A good start coming in from the mostly front side with the Serbian mix. It's an interesting project. Certainly working here for the pistol.
They had the right idea. Works out wonderfully for them. I do believe there's an early smoke towards... I think Amonek threw the early smoke towards the scaffolding, the new window, whatever you want to call it. And then they sent in the look. No nonsense push towards B bomb side, working out for them. Now the buy is going to be coming in. It is a force buy for Movistar. Kevlar, helmets, and a ton of pistols. And for G2, the usual standard anti-ego. They like this. I do believe we saw this from them on Inferno as well on the T side. The 3 MAC-10s and the 2 AK-47s. This time in the hands of Hunter and Kenny S. And a ton of utility as well to work with.
Methodical take of middle from G2, just clearing the boost of the Molotov. We've actually started to see a lot of Vertigo be played, which is nice to see. I think it's good to sort of see how this is playing out in a professional top scene. I've seen a lot of it in amateur CS recently, but we're getting more and more of it now at this level. Hunter trying to walk his way forward. It's going to be the AK. Doing a little bit of damage, but it's next to the kill. And that's exactly what you want. You want this MAC-10 to find as much as possible. Jack's also getting a kill on the MAC-10. Money being built up for G2 into this round. LOL is searching for some sort of impact. The Deagle in behind the smoke. He's also got his teammate backing him up in the form of Alex. This round's not done yet for G2. They want to try and limit the casualties. You don't want to let any of the rifles slip into the hands of the CTs.
Immediate switch up as well. They toss the AK-47 to the hands of Kenny S. Sorry, into the hands of Jax. So it's 2 players with the help when we're working with the AKs. And like you said, it is going to be the MAC-10s doing the brunt of the lifting there. 3 kills onto the MAC-10s, and that's money in the bank, baby, for G2. And they keep all 5 players alive as well. So that's a really solid indeed. For Movistar's force fight doesn't work out, and that's going to be a full eco. And yeah, speaking about Vertigo, I won't lie. I was never a fan of the map. I really wasn't enjoying it. But this new change has made things a little bit better, personally, for me. I like the emphasis on mid now. I feel the beat bombs that seems much more cleaner and less spammy, if that makes sense, right? You have so many smokes being deployed, so many places where you can take cover and just get abused, and it becomes ugly. It's not the clean sort of CS which I like to see. As Amonek and Jax are going to have a pretty comfortable time mopping up these ecoing players here for Movistar. Nice little tap there from Jax, and Steel left alone. It's going to be 3-0 for G2 Esports as they're off to a great start.
G2 do a good job at making these easy rounds look nice. You know, just a little bit of skill in them. Seen Hunter on Inferno line him up before with the M4A1S, but there we go. G2 get the easy rounds under their belt, 3-0. Now the real test begins. Movistar Riders coming into it, 4 M4A4s, an AWP for Eastort. He can certainly get involved here on Vertigo on the CT side. Probably going to see Kenny S have another quiet showing here at the start of on the T side. I do feel like that AWP is very hard to get in play on this T side. You can somewhat feel suffocated, and sometimes it isn't really worth the investment for how many limited positions you can really go into. Luckily, Kenny is a very solid rifler as well.
Kenny's pretty much the almost perfect player, right? Possibly an all-time greatest AWPer of all time amongst all iterations of Counter-Strike. There are very few who can probably match him, as Eastort finds one. It's a B bomb site. Pretty much empty. Steel's there, but he's playing to his scaffolding. He's ready for one, but Amonek, he's having none of it. Gets to kill as Kenny S strikes, and that's the round done. G2 Esports, a very clinical, very fast-paced take of the B bomb side, and Movistar Riders there. The setup was very off. There was no trade potential after Eastort got taken down. And with that, just like that, in the span of a few seconds, round number 4 going the way of G2 again.
Well, this isn't the perfect start for Movistar by any means. I think it's always going to be an uphill battle here on Vertigo. We started to see Movistar's map pool be tested against FaZe Clan as the maps went deeper on in. I think they certainly are still a newer project. They've been together for a few months, yes, but getting to this level where you can consistently compete on every map in the pool against some of the best teams in the world, it's not going to be easy. And Movistar are very aware that it is a process, and winning maps and taking maps off these teams is certainly going to be a win for this team. But as we get deeper into the best of threes, that's when we start to see Movistar struggle a little bit more against some of these top teams. And G2, perfect start, 4-0. They put a lot of work into Vertigo. We've seen them play against Godsent. Very convincing performance then.
Having 2 rifles saved. And Eastro getting the steal. This is nice. Although it's just the Magton taken down. And they're aware of that. A small top to keep Eastro at bay, but Steel still above. Still perched on top of the box. And he could actually drop down and potentially catch a player off guard. I like the fact that they kept the 2 rifles together. That definitely increases chances of Movistar Riders potentially holding this down. Mopos, that was a little too close. I believe Amanek might have spotted him out. But for now, Movistar Riders, not bad. 2 M4 saved, and the Magton picked up by Eastro after getting that opening kill. G2 Esports slowly inching towards the A bomb site. The problem for Movistar is the fact that the utility isn't that great. So G2 could slowly kind of like coax it out. And they're taking a sweet time here, trying to take over this A bomb site.
There's Alex spamming away, catching out Hunter. It's going to be a 2-man advantage in play here for the CT side. This is exactly what they would want, but the back is showing. Somehow the bullet goes through him. Goes again, and that's the player model really there. That's causing problems for Amanek. He can see him, but he can't kill him. Now Mopos is going to be dropped. Amanek finding the headshot. Eventually will get his reward. Nearly landing the second shot on towards Eastort. G2 looking to try and recover. It's Nexa launching from short, taking 1 kill. The rifles finally scrapping together, and that is nice from Jax. A brilliant transfer. And now it's LOL into a 1v2.
You gotta hit it about CS. The backpack showing, and obviously bullet through that is not going to do any damage, right? And I'm like just so confused for a moment there. He recovers. Again, Jax helping it out as well with a nice little spray transfer. It's a 1v2. It is winnable for Lowell. He's got that AK-47 to work with, and the timing works out for him. Amanda doesn't spot him out, but he's going to be pushing in. Tech 9 goes to work. The lack of any head armor, it's going to squish his head.
Oh.
Why?
He loves life on the edge. He lives life on the edge, Blair. Amanek is an adrenaline junkie.
Movistar Riders haven't seemed to have drank their Diet Cokes and Fantas today. They look a little lackluster.
Finally a buyback in for the Spanish team. Flashes up towards the top of the ramp. Mopos is going to swing. It's Nexa with a headshot. Starting things off. And in their performance against Godsent, leading the way in their win here on Vertigo was Nexa. So a very exciting player to keep an eye on. He was a little quieter on Inferno by his own rights, but it's pretty nuts that you can have a player who in-game leads and frags like Nexa. Probably up there. Maybe he's, if not the best fragging in-game leader, he's definitely up there within contention.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's like a top 3 at this point. As we do see G2 definitely pressuring that A bomb site. Kenny S looking to find something. Eastort. Angle not quite right, though the smoke's going to be blooming anytime soon here. Still have Amanek at the back. Now 2 CTs close by. Kenny can get 1, but if the trade comes in, it's going to be really hard indeed. Oh, the timing doesn't work, and Kenny finds 1. Is he expecting another? Is a question. Flashbang's going to blind him, and Jaxus pushes in with a spray transfer, finds both of them. Eastort not able to get enough time to chamber a second bullet into his AWP, and just like that, bomb site taken over, bomb down, and round pretty much done and dusted for G2.
This is a really good start from G2. This is the kind of start they'd be hoping for. Very strong performance against Godsent, who are a very talented team, and actually a team that picked up Vertigo in one of its first iterations back when there were no chance when Vertigo finally got first added into the pool. So they've kept that map going. They played it a few times as well, recent tournaments, a couple of months back. But this version is fresh, and G2 have clearly put the work in, understanding how it is played. And Kenny S taking down LOL. It's 6-0 up for G2. Again, showing no signs of stopping. Movistar Riders taking a look at their economy. It's not looking so great. So, tactical timeout coming through. Their first called. And moving into this next round is going to be a gun round that's important for them. If they let this slide even further, G2 are going to be winning the half straight off the bat. And probably walking away with it one-sidedly if this doesn't change. Because G2 are just in dominating fashion right now. Amanek leading the way, 7 kills on 2. Jack's actually leading the way, 8 and 2. Amanek close in behind. Kenny is showing up early on in this T side, even with the AWP. So things are looking good for G2. That might be a bit of an understatement.
Things are looking very good, one might say, right? 6-0 on your map pick after taking map 1 of your opponents. Mopa's having a rough time on the server here. He was so great, so instrumental. And then Movistar's 12 rounds, which they got on Inferno, and so far he has been neutralized early on. Of course, the CD side, he is more. I feel like he's better in T side, where he's given more freedom to work with. As we do see another eco coming in here. A few upgraded pistols. Alex waiting by the sandbags, very cheeky. Steal, not able to strike in time, but Alex with the trade, Deagle in hand. You see what this guy can do as Kenny S with the plucks E-Store. He's gonna do a smart thing. Slowly inches back. There's no need to over-aggress. Meanwhile, Jack's leading charge with the B bombs and 1 clear remains. And that is going to be Lowell with the Deagle. Finds one, blinded for a few seconds. He's got that smoke to try and make his escape, which he does by the skin of his teeth. And makes it a 3v3.
Well, nice kill from Kenny S. Lowell picked off and gone. Another kill from Kenny S. Really showing up. And maybe I said he could be a little bit quiet, but he is showing up on this T side. 3 picked up for him. He's not showing any signs of being uncomfortable with the AWP on the T side of Vertigo. Mopo is the last remaining player, and Nexo will get rid of him on the clock. And G2, 7-0. And taking a deeper look into the statistics here for G2 in the previous matchup here on Vertigo. The T side is where Kenny S did most of his work. It was a pretty one-sided performance, 16-9 on, 16-6 actually, G2 versus Godsent. So take a pinch of salt. These kills may be a little bit low, but you have to consider how many rounds were played. Kenny got 15 in the T side, when on the CT side he got 10 as well. So pretty impressive performance coming in from him on the T side, especially being the primary AWPer.
For me, it's about the fact that the AWP sounds so menacing, that massive boom sound. And on top of that, every time the gun echoes around the map, Kenny S, you just look at the kill feed, he gets 1 kill. It's like he hasn't missed a single shot so far on the T side here. And that is such a scary proposition. Nexa was blinded, so he does run through the flames and takes quite a bit of damage. That's okay. The rest of his team's there. They're slowly creeping up. They have left Amanek once again on the passive hole, waiting for any flank to come in from the CTs. 3
here we
CTs
go.
waiting. And Kenny, yes, right-eyed P comes in, and he's going to win those. Eastro gets taken down, and is looking for more. He just doesn't miss.
Oh, he's blinded this time. That's at least something. Mopo's to get further back towards the elevator. Looking for his first kill of the game so far. Kenny S though might just be the bane of his existence as he moves back into the site. Looking on towards the bomb side if possible. Smoke is going to come up and keeps the player short alive for the meantime. But Kenny S gets the kill off just before the flashbang booms in his face. Kenny S moving forward. Now with the Tech 9, it's Hunter who arrives and takes down Mopaz. And Kenny S just pushing forward, switches to the Tech 9. Finally, he will miss. Alex takes him down.
That was a little bit of a cool movement from Alex, but it's not going to have to net in the round, though. Kenny has pretty much single-handedly opened up that A bomb site. He heard a jump as well towards the box, but I like how he didn't panic. He did not. He still continued to clear out towards the short area, gets the kill, calls it out to his teammates, pushes in through the smoke. And there you have it. It's going to be 8-0 for G2. They are looking quite indomitable. And for Movistar Riders, it's just gone from bad to worse to... They need to do something here. Something to make at least get a few rounds to work with. That nade's definitely going to hurt, and they're going to continue to push in. Perfect flashbang. Alex burning alive. Amanek gets the kill. It's all in Lowell. Log in hand. He survives. No, he doesn't. Amanek finds a final kill. Nothing safe for Movistar Riders. 8-0.
And that's
What can you
heartbreaking.
say about that?
Because they could have afforded some sort of a buy if they saved over those weapons, right? Because the players that saved the weapons would have been able to drop a few rifles over. You would have been able to scrap something. But now the Movistar survived with nothing. They literally have nothing. So there's going to be a couple of pistols, a little bit of Kevlar, some utility in play, but it's mainly saving into this next round. G2 already winning the half. 8-0 up. Movistar not showing any signs of really having a system that's going to stop G2. This is looking pretty one-sided. G2 clearly comfortable on Vertigo, and this is a statement for everybody in the road to Rio. G2 are showing up on Vertigo. They're one of the best teams on this new version.
Oh, indeed. And that's the thing. Most teams would have been kind of really not looking to play Vertigo, especially when you're the overdogs, you're the favorites, because it is a new map, right? And the fact that G2 picked this means they've done their homework. And knowing Malik, he would have drilled it through this team. And you can see the protocols are so very good. The way they're grouping up together, the spacing is perfect. And of course, do you even need the spacing? Do you even need the strats when Kenny is just not missing anything and everyone's just popping off? Kenny and Amanek just being absolute beasts, and not to forget Jax as well, who's been so very good so far. Hunter and Nexa honestly haven't had to do much so far.
Which is kind of crazy. You know, you just got so many players that can step up on this team and do whatever the hell they want. Hunter just to actually nearly catches Easter. I thought Easter was going to have an opening there, but doesn't over-aggress. If he did, probably would have died, because Hunter seemed to turn his attentions there at the right time. Now Mopal's got a little bit of a flight. Although G2 is starting to arrive in the A-bomb site already. It's Jax with the opening kill, although traded back from Law up in heaven. Nexa's got another kill, this time on it towards Steel. Law's taking a lot of damage on board, but he's still alive. Amanek will get rid of Mopaz, his flank not really working. Now it's only Alex and Law trying to do what they can, and well, Alex will hit the first Deagle headshot, but Kenny S is there to reply. And now it's only Law, 8 HP, and Kenny comes back in again, 13-2. This man is on fire.
T-side! T-side Vertigo.
Yep, clearly just Kenny S's stomping ground. I mean, if the Ripper is an AWPer that would just defy logic, it would be Kenny S.
Oh yeah, I've like there are very few AWPers where obviously there are a lot of very good AWPers, but there are a few. I think off the top of my head, 3 players who just defy logic, where they hit the shots. I'm like, that's just inhuman. Simple, Kenny S. And I would bring up, going back in the day, I would say Markelov in 1.6 days.
Yeah,
but
sometimes Fallen as well, sometimes.
Yeah, Fallen as well, 100%. But there are very few of them. There are a lot of very stable AWPers. Like, you look at Device, I love the way he opts. It's beautiful, but he doesn't have those, you know what I mean, right? Those inhuman plays.
Yeah, it's very clean,
textbook.
Clinical, but it's not inhuman. It's
it's very effective. I love it. That's the way I would like. If I had a team and I had an AWPer, that's the way I would like a player to op. Yeah. But god damn it,
Guardian was a pretty good mix of that. I think he was a very good mix of can pop off and win you 1v5s, but is always pretty consistent back when he was peak form. Incredible AWPer. Right, now G2.
We're just waxing eloquent about the AWPers, and all of a sudden the B-bomb site in control with G2.
I can't blame us, player. I really can't blame us for losing track of what's happening. I think it's just been the same round over and over again. G2 just started mauling them to pieces, killing everybody. It just keeps continuing this way, and Hunter's not looking to stop. He will be stopped, though, by Alex. Too many players to handle there for Hunter.
Supposedly, there's going to be a show match with the all 1.6 Na'Vi lineup, and they're going to be playing CSGO. All I care about is Markelov in the server one last time, one last ride. Even if it's a show match, I don't care.
I think Anders will be loving that as well.
Oh, Anders got to be ready. He's going to probably have like 5 streams running simultaneously, just spamming in Twitch chat.
Markelov, cardboard cutouts behind him.
Hey, I'll join him for that. One of my favorite players of all time, and in my opinion, such a tragedy. Just kind of like didn't even drop off. He just kind of stopped playing.
Yeah. It seemed like when I started really getting into the competitive side of esports when I was like 11, so in Go. Basically, when I was watching for the first time, it was flip side. They always just seemed to make the majors every time they just showed up and they would get into the majors, and it was always so consistent. Markelov, I went in and researched some of his old matches and stuff, and it was definitely a very interesting player to look at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think 2010 is when he just popped off, and everyone is like, this guy is just insane. I was just in awe of him, and I don't think we'll ever see anyone like him. Although, simple, Kenny S, a few of these players, they do definitely come close. Here we go, the Esports opening it up. As Movistar Riders, they are trying desperately to find their first round here on Vertigo. And Esports, he takes one, and Mr. Kenny S takes one back. Scores the tie. Plays the tide again. We have Lowell, though. Crouched there, ready and waiting. Are they going to take the corner? They don't. And it's going to beat Lowell. He strikes. A little bit of a mistake there, and they get punished for it.
Continues to run forward. It's going to be Amanek taking 2. Lowell and Alex hit the deck, and now it's a 1 versus 2. It's going to go in favor of Movistar Riders. They will get their first on the board, and they can do a little bit of celebrating, but now it's back to focusing up. They need to turn this into consistent success to try and get themselves 5 on the board. It's the best case scenario. G2, Tactical timeout coming in. They've won 10 in a row. They lose one. Straight away, back to the pause. They mean business.
Can imagine Malik. Guys, how did we lose that? How dare you lose a round? They're looking so good. And a little bit, again, the win, that round, which Movistar won, was just because they didn't check the corner. They didn't go for the wall bang, they didn't Molotov it off, they didn't check that, and he gets 2 kills, Lowell does, and that was a round. A mistake, a very uncharacteristic mistake from G2, which has so far looked flawless. And I don't think we're going to be seeing much more mistakes today. We probably want to close this one out. We did see a 16-0 earlier today, Winstrike versus Unique.
Yeah.
And for a moment, I was wondering, are we going to see another one? That would be pretty unprecedented.
We get both of the 16-0s like just in the same day.
That would have been wild. But, well, for Movistars, they get 1 round in. Can they get more is the question here, at least in the first half. If they're considering 4 more rounds, you get 5 rounds here. That's something to work with. That's something to defend. A little bit of a lifeline. As G2 wasting no time. Knives Out just running towards an A-bomb site. He's aware of this, and he's going to immediately fall away off, playing from a much more passive position. But what is Amanek doing? Oh, look at the pace. Look at that pace. Hunter finds one as well. It's all in Mopos. 1v3 on that side, and he gets taken down. A-bomb site just snatched back. And that's just disgusting. That's vulgar.
That is just incredible. Amanek, just the pace coming up. His teammates were distracting from the ramp, and so Amanek took his opportunity. All the attention's turned towards the ramp from the defense, and Amanek, it was nearly a bit of a whiff there. I thought for a second he might have fluffed it, but he still recovers. Round 1 by G2, 11-1, and that is just the perfect call. Movistar Riders finally getting themselves around on the board. G2 take a tactical timeout, and they come into it with just the fastest play you'll ever see towards A.
How was Amanek even there? Is that possible? Was he like, I don't know, like some special movie he has or something? It was so fast. And Movistar Riders, before they knew what was going on, the bomb was already down the A-bomb site. And G2 Esports, all right. Now we know what they were talking about in that the tac timeout. And Movistar Riders, immediately the money, they just win 1 round, and again, they get punched down into the ground. They have a little bit of cash to eke out a buy, but man, things are looking grim.
This will be the last buy of the half, though. So, the last solid buy. So, a lot rides on this if they won't even have a slight chance at salvaging a few more rounds. G2, it's the G2 show here on Vertigo. Alex is going to get aggressive on the FAMAS Hunter. Oh my god, there we go. Snaps his neck. And man advantage here for G2 already.
Oh,
it's just not working for them. It's just getting absolutely wrecked here. Amanek with a kill over the top of the smoke, catches low. Now the B-bomb site is completely open, really. It's just Steel trying his best, but look how many angles he has to be aware of. He's got to concede this, and Amanek is always so aggressive. A headshot, Hunter helping him as well. The round is going to be won. It's only Eastor in the back lines, and G2 pick up 12.
Amanek's just a speed demon, just running out, holding W. I mean, I'm a big fan of the whole W gang, and Amanek, man, like, I think he deserves an honorary membership in that. Jeez Louise. This is just brutal.
G2 are just having a really fun time right now. Just, they have so many ideas, you know, when they get pressured slightly by Movistar, they have just ready for it, and there we go.
Look at that.
Amanek, instead of hiding from behind the headshot angle, he jumps up on top of the generator and immediately finds himself that opening headshot. Man advantage in play for G2 again. Movistar have been completely unable to trade. There's been no showing at all. Steel has only got 1 kill.
This is so clean, and I love how G2, especially when they're playing this fast paced, there are moments where, you know, spacing could be off, something could go wrong, but it's just so clinical from G2, and it's so lovely to watch. Flashbang pops out, Amanek will be taken down. Jack's there for the trade. Head gets spotted out. Steel. There's no need for him to face here. Malto's going to push him up, but
oh no!
Failed to jump, but luckily he will survive, saved by his teammate Smoke, as they at least maintain equilibrium for the time being. 4v4.
The Sunbikes player could be the pivotal factor, the turning point if Alex doesn't get mollied out of position, but with this full execute, it's kind of unlikely they'll neglect to clear the sandbag, so he's going to have to force his way out of the position. Luckily, they let him get past, so they don't have anybody holding for it, and he can get back in towards the site. least he's still alive. At least he still has that opportunity. Mopa's trying to get aggressive. There's a little bit of a duel going on here. Hunter will take him down. Kenny S still alive inside of the site, and that's a scary prospect for Movistar. Alex is going to be naded, chunked down. The Molotov burns him away. G2 are just winning off the back of their solid utility usage in towards this A bomb site. It leaves Steel and Eastor into a 2v4, and it's just not going to happen, so it's going to be the safe call again. And G2 just continue to push forward.
Some mercy, por favor. They're just getting battered all across the map. B bomb site just gets steamrolled. At A bomb site, a little bit slower most of the times, but the utility usage just pure perfection and completely, utterly just dominating this T side. There's nothing they can do at this point. You know, they might as well just go for a full gamble stack, even on a buy round. But even then, I doubt they'll be able to hold on to the sites. G2 is just looking unstoppable at the moment. If I was anyone else, I'd be very wary of letting G2 play this map. That's a problem. You need to ban Dust 2 or you need to ban Vertigo now. You need to ban Vertigo playing a best of 3 against G2, right? And that's such a problem. What do you go for? You want to ban G2, Dust 2, a map where G2 are historically so very good on, or do you want to just go for? Do you want to let them play Vertigo? And if they're going to be playing this way, I'm sorry, it's going to be painful.
Well, back to the drawing board for Movistar Riders on this map for sure. After this, I think at least they're going to have a good demo to watch in terms of how to counter G2s, try and come up with some ideas, because this is the pinnacle of Vertigo at the minute with G2 showing up on this new version. Lowell's going to be under a hell of a lot of pressure, multiple different angles. He'll find one, Amanek overruns him. He will finally be stopped by Steel, but look at that. As soon as he falls, there's 2 more players coming at them. It's just non-stop, but they do a good job, and now Mopa is on the flank. He finally gets his reward. He's been attempting these flanks so many times. It's on to Kenny S now. The French sniper, alone in the 1v2, trying to make it happen. He hits the shot onto Mopaz. The Tech 9 will finish him off. Now it's all on Alex, 11 HP. Kenny S just needs one more kill. The angle is held, but the flick is there. 14-1 at the half. G2, that is huge.
Kenny S will not be stopped. He will not be denied. 14-1 for G2. That was a statement. That was a statement. That was a vulgar display of power. And Movistar Riders, what are they going to do?
There's just no way out for the Movistar Riders here. I think G2 have done enough, but it's time for a break. We'll see in the second half if Movistar Riders have anything up their sleeve on the T side.
Anymore, no. Don't take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know, 'cause baby you feel like home. Take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know, 'cause baby you feel like home.
Turn my heart into something gold. No, I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I rode it all along on your way right before it broke. Time was thrown down the well, so I let you go. What I do right now. What I do right now for you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ESL 1 Road to Rio. As G2 absolutely destroying Movistar Riders here on Vertigo. It's the second map of the series, and it's certainly looking like G2 will be taking the series 2-0. It's time to bounce back from Movistar. It's do or die time coming into this pistol.
Yeah, this is the very definition of do or die. They have given themselves no opportunities for any error, no margin for error. And interestingly, they've taken it very slow. They were expecting the aggression from G2. You know, when you have a 14-1 lead, you head over to the CD side. You are afforded the freedom to be a little bit more over-ego, be a little bit more aggressive. But G2 are having none of it. Playing is very, very safe. Malik in their years, just reining them in, controlling their bloodlust. Because if I'm Kenny S or Amanek or Jax, I'm just feeling like let me at them. But right now, they're holding the line. Amanex, he's got the kit, he's got a smoke, playing towards short, just spotting out. He's got a smoke to delay them, and it's going to be very useful indeed, as Mopos is going to be leading the charge once more with the Glock of this.
Well, Amanek throws the smoke down, another push comes in. Oh my god, that's the way to start the pistol. Two picked up for Amanek. Mopos and Alex absolutely clotheslined as they try and make their way on towards the A site. Hunter is there to patch up the other hole. Steel hitting the tech, now it's LOL and Eastor. They're going to see what they can do. And it's not a whole lot because Nex has arrived as well. It's only Eastor. Movistar Riders absolutely dispatched within this pistol so far. Eastor will try his best. P250. At least prevent the clean sheet. But he's got three players looking at him. There it is. 15-1. Map point for G2.
Other man handling them. Someone called 911. This is brutal. Yeah, that's a scary thought, right? You peek around the corner, you saw one guy, then you peek again and three guys waiting. Yeah. It's like a very terrible magic show.
So we did have our 16-0 this morning. It was the first of the Road to Rio, and it was the first game of the CIS region. Windstrike taking on Unique, but now we've come close to one here. It's 15-1 on the board for G2. Will Movistar Riders get a few more on the board? Who knows? They've got an investment coming into this. Mag 10, couple of pistols, and it's rinse and repeat. Rush towards A. It's Hunter lining them up, though. One kill. Mopos comes back in.
Kenny S still there with the FAMAS, finds one, 14 more bullets to work with. He doesn't have to do anything. Nexa joins in. It's all on low with Zenko, and he's done for.
Well, there it is. 16-1. G2 closed the series 2-0.